Alright, we're now on question number 2. Okay, again, let's go with the disclaimer just for those who watch one video here and don't watch all of them. This is not for legal advice. This is not, if you want a warm fuzzy, this is not medical advice. This is me just giving you my opinion on what I think you should do. Alright, so the question is, Dear Cher, I'm in school and I've done something that can and will possibly get me kicked out. I need to tell my mom, but she's really sick, and so I'm afraid to. What should I do? Signed, Busted. Wow. Okay, first of all, speaking as a parent, I mean, you want your kids to be able to come to you and tell you anything that they have done. I mean, it's really not... If your parent loves you unconditionally, as they're supposed to, regardless of what you've done, I mean, yes, they're going to be mad. Yes, there's probably going to be yelling, and in some cases, you might get something thrown at you. But all in all, your parent is going to be the person that's going to help you through the situation, good or bad. I mean, what's the worst? I mean, hey, did you kill somebody and hide them underneath the school? I don't know. But, I mean, worst case scenario, yeah, like I said, they're going to yell. They're going to be upset. I mean, if my children came to me and said they've done something that's going to get them kicked out of school, yes, I would be upset because education is important to me. But it's nothing that could not be fixed or, you know, some way that, yes, you're going to have to face some consequences. But, I mean, consequences are with every action. So, whatever it is that you've done, you had to have known that you would get caught eventually, especially since you did something you had no business. However, I would just go ahead and tell, you know, your mom, yes, I understand you're apprehensive because she's not feeling well and she is sick. However, don't you think she would be a lot sicker finding out from maybe the chancellor or whomever may call your parent and tell them, yeah, a situation happened and we've had to kick out your child so-and-so. You need to come pick them up and their stuff will be on the curb. I mean, your mom has to get out of her hospital bed or wherever she may be and come get you. That's going to be a further difficult situation for you to explain. At least at this point, if you tell her before, you know, she gets any correspondence in the mail, email, or however they're going to handle it, that, you know, you will have your chance to say, you know, Mom, I did this and I fucked up. I mean, let's call it what it is. Because if you're possibly getting kicked out of school, you fucked up. So, however, what the hell were you doing to get yourself on the list of almost being kicked out of school? I mean, I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna be some people that are gonna be pissed off, but despite what your guidance counselor tells you, school is not for everybody. So I'm not understanding what you could have done to really get yourself kicked out of school. And what made you do this? I mean, clearly, there are many things that you can do to get kicked out, you know, cheating, fighting, you know, stealing, whatever. But what would have persuaded you to get to this point that you feel the need to, I guess, do whatever it is you did? Were you trying to impress somebody? I mean, were you trying to be somebody's friend and do something for them? So now that your ass is going to be kicked out, where they going to be at? At school. Chilling in class. And your dumb ass is going to be at home. With the student loans you probably have taken out to fund your education, which you will now have to pay back. So, and you don't have shit to show for it because you got kicked out. And when you transfer somewhere else, they're probably going to want to know why you got kicked out. So, I mean, do you not see the repercussions of how stupid whatever this, you know, doing what you did? I mean, let's just put it on out there. You did something you had no business doing, and you got caught. So I hope that, you know, maybe you did this by yourself, and maybe you didn't. But if you did not do this by yourself, I really hope that both of you or all three of you sit back and really realize how stupid this actually was, especially if you're so afraid to tell your parents. And that lets you know that how grown you are not. Because if you can't tell your parents, then what are you afraid of? You're in college. You're supposed to be an adult. So if you can't tell your mom that, hey, Mom, I cheated, or Mom, I did something that's clearly against the school code of conduct, you were woman enough to do it, you're woman enough to confess to your mama. So, I'm going to say, call your mom, tell her what you've done, take the tongue lashing, pack your shit, because you're more than likely on your way out.